I was always overprotective, but now I feel like I don't let anybody come to my house, period, because that was considered my house. And I feel like something like that shouldn't happen in your home. So I'm super overprotective now. Like, I don't let my son go outside by himself, even though, I mean, he's not old enough, but I feel I never let him out of my sight. Neither one of them. It's just so hard. Like, I've done polygraphs, I've done volunteer searches, we've done everything. Like, now we're at a point where, like, what do you do? How do you keep searching? Whoever is behind this, whoever has any kind of knowledge, any whereabouts, any kind of info, whether it be the biggest or smallest, I just pray and I hope and I remain hopeful and faithful that someone will come do the right thing. Because, I mean, Joshua doesn't belong wherever it is he's at, he doesn't belong there. He has a family that loves him and cares about him, and we still celebrate birthdays and every holidays, and he has a closet full of presents, and my kids don't know him, but they talk about him like they met him. Like, it's so unfair. I just want someone to do the right thing. I mean, they can do it anonymously.
You could tell she was in shock, in the pictures and some of the news things. She just kind of had this glaze over her. But a lot of people handle that differently. I was in shock for weeks before I even showed any emotion. And then it was kind of like, pure terror. Because I was like, oh my God, what is really going on here? When it really hit me, and I thought, okay, nothing's coming up. We're not finding him. The neighbors aren't bringing him back home. They haven't found anything. And then they thought maybe, okay, he got out and maybe like a coyote or something, got him. And they're saying because it was so cold, he didn't have a coat on, he didn't have shoes. If he was in the field somewhere, he would have froze to death and that he would have died.
I think it's important to note that the New Braunfels Police Department feels that this case is very important. I mean, any case is very important, but anytime you have a child go missing in your community, that's important not just to the police department, but to the community as a whole. And we certainly feel for this family and family members who have this child that's missing. I mean, it is a mystery to an extent, right? I mean, we don't know what happened to him. And, we believe very strongly that the people who do know what happened to him are just not coming forward and saying so. And that's why we keep talking about listening to your conscience. And if you want justice for that little boy, or you want this case to be closed for him, so that people can, once and for all know what happened, you need to come forward and tell us. It's time. It's been 9 years. Let's not let it get to 10.
On February 4th, 2011, the Texas Hill Country was experiencing some abnormally cold weather. It had been snowing in New Braunfels, and the temperatures dipped down below 20 degrees. 18-month-old Joshua Davis was staying warm in bed with his mom watching movies. When she realized that he had crawled off, she got up to search for Joshua, and he was nowhere to be found. A search ensued, but Joshua was never seen again. Joshua's family maintains that he must have gotten out of the house or have been taken by someone, but who? The New Braunfels Police Department believes that the answers to this mystery lie within the people who were in the house that day. I'm Marissa, and from Wondery, this is episode 175 of The Vanished, Joshua Davis's story. That was just a preview of this episode. To hear the rest of the story, visit thevanishedpodcast.com or search for The Vanished on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Overcast, or wherever you listen to podcasts.